Hello everybody, this is the Hungry House Husband, and today I have for you a triple chocolate cheesecake with Oreo crust. Anybody who's been to Cheesecake Factory can appreciate their chocolate cheesecake. This tastes almost exactly like it, in my opinion. My wife loved it, so I thought I would go ahead and show you guys how to make it. Now, as the ingredients scroll across the screen for you guys, do keep in mind this cake takes a long time. It takes 8 hours in the fridge alone to be ready to eat. So just keep that in mind so that you don't sell yourself short on time. So the first thing that we do is get our blitzer or our food processor here. We want 24 cookies worth of Oreos with the filling removed. And we want to go ahead and start blitzing those up so that they are nice and fine, and then we will add in our quarter cup of melted unsalted butter. Now take a 9-inch springform pan that has been greased with spray and put in your Oreo cookie crumbs. It should have the consistency of real wet sand at this point, but not actually be wet. Then taking a spatula or using your fingers, we want to smooth them out to the bottom of the pan. Try not to crawl too far up the sides. You can if you want, but this gets to be really crispy, and it will be hard to cut through, and you may mess up the sides of the cake as you cut it later on if you have it going up the side. So I just made mine completely flat like a disc, and it holds the cake perfectly, and it's nice and crispy. And here you can see about what it should look like when you're done. Take it to a 350-degree oven for about 5 minutes. Now that our pie crust is in the oven getting nice and crispy, we want to take our already softened cream cheese and hit it with the mixer and just get it to the point where it starts to resemble like whipped bagel cream cheese almost. And then at this point, we'll start adding in our powdered sugar, just about a quarter of the sugar at a time. Make sure you incorporate, then add in the next batch, and so on until it's all in there. And once all the sugar is in, then we add in our cocoa powder and make sure that combines as well. And at this point, it becomes time for the eggs to go in. I do one at a time, mix that up real well, get it, all nice and incorporated and smooth, and then go to the next egg and the next egg until they're done. Now we add in our melted chocolate. Now keep in mind this chocolate I melted in the microwave, just 30-second bursts, stir, and then another 30-second burst and stir. I think it took a total of about a minute and a half to get it like this, and you want to do this before you're doing the whole filling part because you want it to cool a little bit so it doesn't cook the eggs. At this point, we are ready to put it into our pie filling and just get it nice and smoothed out, and you'll see some light streaks in there that will go away. It's just little strings of cream cheese that the beaters didn't get. It does not affect the taste at all or even the look. It will all come out one color, I assure you, and it tastes just fabulous. Just be sure to smooth this off as well as you can. Turn the actual pie tin as you hold your spatula in one spot. That will help. And yeah, just be sure to get it to the sides but not up the sides. This is very important because anything on the sides is more than likely going to burn. And once you are satisfied with your smoothing, go ahead, pop it back into that 350-degree oven for an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. This one in particular took an hour and 10, hour 5, hour 10, just to make sure that the center was firm. After you've taken it out of the oven and let it sit on a wire rack for about 5 minutes to start cooling, go ahead, take a thin knife, a thin bladed knife, and run it around the inside of your springform set. Now this is just to get the edges away from the still hot pan, to keep them from going to brown, getting to burnt, because it will still continue to cook. So just do that very carefully, but do not under any circumstances release the springform. Once you've done this, go ahead, remove it to your refrigerator for about 8 hours. So here we are now. It's been 8 hours. I'm making the topping. So we take our cream and get it up to a nice simmer before killing the heat and adding in your chocolate chunks. Now do remember, this is the semi-sweet chocolate that we're melting here for the frosting. I chose that because instead of rather using an unsweet with sugar, the granules of the sugar just take forever to break down in the chocolate. This way the sweetness is already in there and it's going to be nice and creamy, just because of all that butter fat that's in the semi-sweet chocolate. Once it's nice and melted and no more lumps, take it off and let it cool for about 5 minutes. So here is my finished cake out of the refrigerator. It's been in there for about 6 or 7 hours at this point. It's firmed up quite a bit, and you can see the center has dropped a little. That's because of the sides having been a little bit hotter than the middle, and though it is completely firm and nice and solid. At this point, you can go ahead and remove the sides to your springform pan and just lift that straight off. Then take a spare plate, place it over the top of the cake and flip it over, and then remove the bottom to show your nice Oreo crust. Isn't that pretty? Then taking whatever plate you want to keep it on, put that over the Oreo crust, flip it up again one last time, and now you are all set and plated. Now for the final part of getting the icing on there, you can see our chocolate is thickened up a bit. Just go ahead, pour it on. It's a little warm yet, but not so warm that it's going to melt the cake. Just pour it straight on and smooth it around. And I don't go down the sides on my cake just for cleanly purposes. It makes a mess, and I think it actually detracts from the look. I just cover mine nice and thick on top, and again, just it's easier if you spin the actual cake and keeping your spatula smooth and straight in one spot. Let your other hand guide the frosting part of it. You're going to get it a lot smoother this way. Once you're satisfied, put your cake back in the refrigerator. In there, the frosting will actually harden and almost revert back to solid chocolate candy bar type form. So a few shavings of chocolate later, and we have a completed triple chocolate cheesecake with an Oreo crust. I certainly do hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it. My wife immediately compared it to Cheesecake Factory, which is very, very high regard. If you've never been there, absolutely go. But that's good enough for me, and I hope it's good enough for you. Don't forget you can visit my blog down in the comments section to get all my recipes actually written out, and to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. It really helps the channel out a lot. And as always, may your life and your food always have flavor. Bye-bye.